Buddha taught the language of the common people. He was not using Sanskrit when he was talking to his disciples. He was using Prakrit, which was, and that too Magadhi Prakrit, because it was the language of Magadha. So he could easily reach the common people. Another very important thing about Buddhism that one has to remember is that Buddha fought against the caste system. He fought against the superstitions, the rituals of the Brahmanical world. And as a result, everybody was welcome to his Sangha. Critics, of course, say that he fought against it, but he could not totally disown the caste system. He could not do away with the caste system. But at least he tried to have his Sanghas where people from all sections of society would be welcome.
We find that many of the Buddha's patrons were the great Sreshthis or the great businessmen. They were the great men involved in agriculture, because you see, these people, they have been toiling hard, they have been working very hard, and it was in Buddha's religion that they got a very, very important status, the Gahapatis or the great agriculturist and the Nagara Sreshthis. And they were the one who extended full patronage to Buddhism, and it was because of them, perhaps, there were so many converts, if we can use the word, or so many who had embraced Buddhism as an answer to their philosophical queries. So we find that there were many converts to Buddhism, and we find these yellow-robed messengers of hope. They are traversing the whole of Eastern India. They have among their patrons great kings like Bimbisara, who was incidentally also distantly related to both Buddha and Mahavira. There were many Rajpurushas, there were many warriors, there were many agriculturists, there were Shudras, there was this highway robber called Angulimala, as we know, there was this great courtesan known as Amrapali. Nobody was cast aside. Nobody was left out. Anybody who wanted to accept the gospel of Buddha, or Tathagata as he was known as, was incorporated into this new belief. And we find that thousands were converted, and monasteries were being set up, the doors of which were not closed to women. So far, the concept was that women were the gates to hell, but we find that Buddha, he involved women, he accepted women also in his monastic establishment.